Hello, 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 and welcome to yet another build episodes where we will try. Actually, we're not building from the start. I'm just finishing the build. See if the chat is working fine. Yeah, perfect. So we are finishing the build for a 3-inch. Give me just a second. I'm just sharing this feed. Finishing up a 3-inch HD build. And wait a little bit while people join. Builds. There we go. Public, everyone. Right, so without any further ado, let me show you what this HD frame, well, HD, just records in HD, what it looks like. So this is a Raggy frame, Raggy Designs, and it's very similar to this one. So that's the already built one, but this has a regular mini HD cam on it. No, sorry, mini HD camera. Mini run cam, or actually micro run cam. So it's a very simple build. Also, the ESCs on this particular build are less than powerful, let's call it that. They're a simple two-in-one from Furious. Yes, that's correct. Just move the camera here. Yes, it flies amazingly. It's a super performant, but it flies actually better with single props, not tri props. So what I'm building here, because this is a 2020 build, so it's much tighter. I don't know if you can really notice it or not. This one is pretty much the same, except it allows for 36 boards to be put inside. So what I've put here is a 20 amp little B, which then supplies power to these awesome motors. These are Brother Hobby T1 3600 kV motors. They're really amazing. 3600, I think so. They're really amazing, and you know, it gives you more than enough power for you to fly and fly as much as you want. Hey James. So the finishing part of the build is going to be to put in the run cam split on here, and then to put in the top, which is actually where, if you can see, that's the 2020 top, although you can still fit a regular flight controller there, still has space, but this top will basically fit the Pico BLX, which is the flight controller I'm using for this build. Now I want to show you what I've done, and that is pretty much let's see, it still has a lot of space there. I put in 4 non-metal, 4 plastic screws on the bottom. Therefore, that forms the top hex where the 4-in-1 and now the run cam are going to be mounted. And then the top is completely separate, and I'm going to put the Pico BLX, and I'm doing this just to conserve. So this is a F3 board, and just to conserve a bit of weight, this is going to go here on the top right there. So it's not a full-on flight controller, but this does pretty much the same as all the other ones, so that should work. Then for the VTX, I'm using a 5-volt Uni5, just because it's the smallest one I could get. So without further ado, I'm going to connect, and you can see that the space is super tight in there, but the ESCs, the 4-in-1, still fit well, I think. And I made some grooves with a soldering iron. Made some grooves for the power leads to come out. So now the only thing left to do is to connect the run cam and then the flight controller. I've soldered already everything, and for the run cam I'm getting, so it needs 1 amp in order to run properly, and I'm getting that 1 amp directly from the ESCs. Yes, this I think provides like 3 amps, so it's more than enough for just the to power the run cam and the camera that's attached to it. Actually, I do need one thing which I forgot, and that is a memory card. Actually, like a large memory card would be the best thing. Where am I gonna get that? I think I'm gonna take it from my, I'm gonna use a 64 gig memory card, which is not here actually. I was gonna steal it from my Mavic, but my Mavic no longer has it, so where is my 64 gig memory card? Is the question. I know I have one in my other run cam build, which is much bigger. It's like a proper 5-inch, you can see there. But I don't want to take it away from that one, or maybe I can for now actually. This is much easier access anyways, so I can just put another one much easily here afterwards. There we go. Come out, come out. Need something to pull it out. There we go. Cool. 64 gig card. And why am I doing this like this? Because this particular build is super tiny. I mean, this is a 3-inch, so that means that the SD card on here is going to be inaccessible. It's just going to stay inside like that, so it's going to stay underneath. There's no way I can access that. So instead I have the USB port, which is there on the side, right there. I don't know if you can see it well. And I'm gonna cut some groove or something around here to the top of the FC afterwards, so then I can just access it with a small USB. Now, very important for this type of run cams, if you're accessing the USB for the split, you cannot have any power connected to the board. If you do, you're gonna fry the board. Just a FYI for you guys if you're planning on building one of them. Yeah, using the USB. Yeah, I've tried the split on other quads, James, and it works pretty good. Don't notice any real lag or anything, so that's why I'm gonna use it on this ultra small build. Okay, so as I said, I'm using the 5 volts from the ESCs. Now if I could just put in the run cam here on top. There we go. Fits perfectly there. Just need to put in the top screw so it doesn't come out during flight or something. Need some more screws, which are here. Not screws, sorry, nuts. There we go. One more there. Here, I guess. Try to push it down as much as I possibly can. So I have space to mount the rest of the stuff that's still waiting to be mounted. It's pretty good. So you can see that's the ESC and the run cam installed now, and all of these cables here are just to connect to the flight controller now, because they're the signal cables for the ESCs. Also, let me push these cables down here. Also, there's another cable that comes from RunCam, which is going to connect to. So that's the yellow one there, that one. And that one's gonna connect to the VTX. Hard stuff. Well, let me just do a little quick closing test. 1 2 1 2. Yeah, I don't have access to anything right now, but that's all right, because I haven't put everything inside. Okay, so now I'm gonna connect the signal cables to the flight controller. Oh, actually I forgot something. I have to take this off. Damn it. Always forget something. Hey Jay, yes, that is a Raggy 3-inch HD. So it fits a split basically. Okay. I forgot to connect the power for the flight controller, which is on the ESC. So run cam off again, and I just need to solder these two cables here. Yeah, split so far. Pretty good results for me. I'm pretty happy with it. which is why I'm using it on this build. I think you should use, several people told me that you should use some capacitors or something, so you don't get lines. But I have a little bit of lines on my other could have run them from the plug to save a little space. What plug? Oh, could run the connection for the flight controller to the plug. Maybe, but this is trying to save space. Yeah, the 3 inches now are amazing. Like, stuff that this can do is quite impressive for such a small little machine. How do I put this on? Okay, that seems to work. Right, let's put back the run cam split PDB. Hope it's not shorting anywhere. So what I'm gonna do is probably just put a little bit of something there, so in case there is something that connects, touches, won't short the build. There you go. Not the nicest looking, but the purpose is not short. Who cares if it doesn't look nice? There you go. Right, now the run cam split on top. Put in the bolts. So I'm using quite a varied type actually. Bolt RC batteries. I don't know if you've heard of those. They're from Hobby King. And I'm also using ones from Achu. These ones, which I've put several layers of tape around. Achu. Yeah, they, on the other build, they work perfectly, so I'm pretty sure they will work just as well on this build here. Okay, tightening up. Oh, this battery, yeah. Pretty good. They're 850 milliamps. It allows me to fly basically forever. Well, not forever, but for a long time. Okay. No, that wasn't good at all. One of the bolts just sprang off. Oh dear. Let's see if I can. Might be the bolt. I hope it's the bolt. Where is another one? Pretty windy outside, but still hope to go out and fly this build today. Okay, I think that's as good as we're gonna get it. Run cam. And now the flight controller, which is already connected. That's good. And the last thing is this needs to go there to connect to the PTX. That's pretty much it. Let's do a connection with all the materials off. If I had a battery, do it. Fingers crossed. Run cam is on. But I did not hear the tone for all motors for some reason. So let's see if I can see an image on the screen. I can see something. Yes, I can see run cam. Now what's going on, run cam? You're connected there. So turn it back off again. Run cam turns on. Blinking. But there is no image. Should definitely be some image. Also, obviously, the ESCs aren't going to tone because I haven't connected the cables yet. Duh. Right. Let's disconnect the run cam for a second. Might be the cards not properly inserted, or we're pushing against something. No smoke. No smoke. Okay, let's check it out. Why aren't you toning? All these cables here are the way. It's good. It's good. It's good. Okay, it's also good. That side is good. The signal cable and the 5 volts aren't very happy. Actually, I have to resolder the ground that just came off. Such is this tight. It's a tight build. Maybe I can put the ground somewhere else, actually. I wonder. Toit! Do you think it's gonna be shared ground? Maybe. Let's take a look. It is indeed shared ground. So maybe it doesn't like the SD card. Doesn't like something. It's definitely sending the video because I've got this on my screen. It's just not sending the video from the camera. So that means that that's working, and there's just something somewhere that he's not enjoying very much. So from experience, I think it might be the cable connection to the run cam. That's not good somehow. Camera plug, yeah, it might be the camera. Oh man. It's too tight. Luckily it is a shared ground and I can just connect the ground cable somewhere else. But still not ideal. Needs more milliamps. Pretty sure it should have enough because it's not drawing. I'll take a look again at the specs for this little BSE. But you might be right, actually. Might not be happy with the amount of milliamps it's getting. Okay. So let's see, little b for 20 amp 4-in-1 ESC. Check the one in Banggood. I think that's the one I got. It's not the one. Little b 20 amp 4-in-1 ESC. No. What don't you understand by 4-in-1? What's wrong with you? Banggoods. Little b 4-in-1. Okay, I think that's the one. With 5-volt back. Yes, I think so. One shot, one to there, blah blah blah. Specifications. 1 amp back. Actually, the amp. So it should should have enough. I mean, it's not let's see how big is the amperage that comes from the maybe I use the Pico BLX amperage to sort it out. Pico BLX yeah, that's fine. Let's check this website here. No, right, heavy duty 2 amp back. Okay, so we can try we're gonna do this. Can try and connect that 5 volts to this. Oh, but I have to change all of that, don't I? Yes, I do. Let me think a little bit. So that would be for that one. So it is possible, maybe. Let me try with a bigger battery, just in case. No, same thing. That's annoying. I don't think I won't think this is the problem though. Yeah, the Pico is the one from Banggood, the 2020. But there's another one I want to try actually. There is a DYS F4 that I want to try. Okay, let me try something really quick here. To check if it is indeed the 1 amp not supplying enough amperage to the thingy or not. And that's actually pretty easy to do. All I need is some nice little cable. Not that terrible little cable. I should do it. Let me get something bigger, something longer. So what I want to do is I want to try and connect the 5 volts directly from the flight controller to power up the run cam and see if that works, because apparently the flight controller has a bit more amperage. What I can't find is 2 proper cables to do it, so I'm just gonna do it with 2 crappy ones. Don't care, just want to check if it is that or not. So that's voltage. Ow. Okay, and now grounds. Take that off. Take that off. And, oh my god, everything's coming. That's what she said. Okay, so ground is let's connect the voltage first. Voltage. Voltage there. Come on. There we go. And then ground there. Done. Perfect. So far so good. And just make sure that the other 5 volts aren't touching anything. Otherwise that would be bad. Yeah, all clear. And now we can power up, I guess, and go. I forgot something. Oh, but it's still not working. So it's something else. It's not that. My guess is that the cable that goes to run cam to that is not good. So back to square one. At least we know it's not this. Although really I probably should run this off of the 5 volts from the flight controller, not the other one. Alright, well, as luck would have it, I think I have some cables here that I can just change for the run cam. That's a bit sucky that this is not the cable is screwed up. Maybe it broke somewhere, or I don't know. It's been pretty pretty secure, really. I didn't have any problems with the other run cam that I had, so that gets me a bit suspicious of why this isn't working. I'm hoping is the cable. This is brand new run cam, by the way. Okay. That's the run cam inside. That's one. Here we go. So, cable. Let's put it here. Scrap one. I think it's like this. Yeah. that in. That's the runcam chip, if you're wondering. It's the other way around. Apparently. Is it? No, it is like this. What are you doing, runcam? Run, Cam, run. I know. Okay, sorry. Let's close this up. A bit crap that the cable. I hope it's the cable. Really hope it's the cable. But not impressed that the cable wasn't working properly. Now this should be like this. Yeah, and close. Okay. So let's see. Shall we? We can use this one. That is the ground there. Back where it belongs. Okay, the video cable came off. Wonderful. That's what happens when you rush. Oh, that voltage is so badly done. Okay. Let's do a little bit better. My soldering iron as well is not helping. Well, I think that's good enough just to test. So let's put this. Is that yeah, correct? Hope so. We're good. It's working. So it was indeed that. That was the issue, basically. What the hell, runcam? Why are you sending me broken stuff, man? Well, I'll let it slide this once. So yeah, apparently maybe these cables are super fiddly or something. But I didn't have any issues with the other build that I had. Okay, so right now we need to fix that that voltage pad a little bit better because it's really sucky soldering. Much better, much better. I like it. Then we need to put it back from whence it came. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay. Let's see if we can create some more space here. Oh, my stomach is. Why don't you feed me, Carlos? Okay. There we go. Put that cable right there. Yes, much better. And there. good, looking good. Okay, let's put the round cam back in place. Put the nuts in position. Come on. My God. Super tight. Giggity. There we go. All nice and tight. I don't even know why I'm bothering with the bolts here on top of this, because it's also tight that it won't really matter. It's going on the chat. Short cable. Yeah, no room for the for long cables in this, definitely. Okay, so now we need to sorry. Reconnect. Damn, bad cables there. Reconnect this 5 volts for the uh-oh. Okay, crisis averted. Got I kind of ripped off the voltage cable there. There we go, nice and tight. Makes my belly do the same. Open the window. No, I haven't eaten yet, so. Okay, we're almost there. Now, if I remember, the blue one is ground because I didn't have any more black cables. Work with what you got. Man. So tiny cables to solder in this freaking even tinier flight controllers. Come on. Come on. The best, which this is supposed to be. You just get grief all over. Come on. Oh my god, it's like trying to solder with a hammer. I think it's shit. All dirty. I need to get a new tip or something.